Hello again, friends. I'm Dirk Eichhorst. Tempest and Glass, second edition, comes out July 19th. Can't wait. One of the things that I did as part of my research for the Tempest and Glass, I watched a documentary called Beyond Our Differences. And it was a fascinating documentary with interviews from priests, pastors, spiritual leaders from all over the world, from different cultures and different faiths, saying, what do we have in common? And that's exactly what I tried to zero in on with my book. So this is from the introduction of the video. 95% of us believe in a power greater than ourselves. People everywhere want to believe in the fundamental power of good. Beyond our differences, there is a common hope that binds us together, a profound sense that what we share is sacred. We are a people of faith. So as I mentioned before, the original title of The Tempest and Glass was The Dead Religious. And one of the early pitches for the book was the story of one man who found life in the dead religious. So along the hero's journey, Marvin Fisher is the hero. He's an intelligence commander who has, real faith issues. And he goes on this incredible journey where he meets spirits, legendary spirits. So I selected a lot of historical, famous individuals from the past to kind of bring them back into and modernize their stories to fit into the Tempest and Glass. So one of my favorite characters that I brought into the book was a figure named Gilgamesh. He is widely accepted as the fifth king of Uruk, who reigned approximately in the 26th century BC. And he was a ruler in Mesopotamia, which is present-day Iraq. And he was so powerful and influential in his culture that he kind of became mythologized and ultimately culminated in what we know now today as the Epic of Gilgamesh. It's a famous poem. It's the oldest story in the world. It predates Homer. It predates the books of Moses. It's ancient. So this Gilgamesh is a formidable figure, and what I did was I took the original poem and I kind of continued his story, because what he wanted was eternal life. Another character I weave in, again modernizing him, is Dante Alighieri. He wrote the Divine Comedy, maybe better known as the Inferno, the Purgatorio, and Paradiso. Dante Alighieri is considered Italy's most famous and profound poet. His work, it's this thick, it's considered the greatest piece of literature that came from Italy. And he wrote this thing in 1300, in the Middle Ages somewhere. He comes down and he offers his perspective of the afterlife to Marvin Fisher and our other heroes, Amina and Antonio. And like Gilgamesh, he spins the story way around into a completely different direction. All right, two more characters. This one is Toppleton. Toppleton first appeared in some 16th century Nahu traditions, and he is from Mesoamerican mythology. He was the leader of the Toltecs in what we know now as Mexico. And what he did was he migrated his people and established a new city which he called Tolan. And the reason that people loved him so much was because he abolished all human sacrifice. He dispelled all the old traditions and found new ways to appease, the gods. And was there one god or many gods? Let's see what he found out. And one more character I'd like to quickly introduce is Saint Peter, Apostle Peter. He was on the inner circle of Jesus and a huge pillar in the early church. He was an ordinary guy chosen by Jesus to be a disciple. He became a charismatic leader. He was a superstar. And after Jesus ascended back into heaven, Peter himself performed many miracles, including raising people from the dead. So I hope you'll find all these characters interesting and enjoyable and fun and exciting. And there's more of them too. I just introduced you to 4. But anyway, Tempest and Glass comes out July 19th. And just a reminder too, also on July 19th is the 11-part interview that I did with Rosie Del Val of Eagle Creative. I hope you'll find that interesting and exciting as well. All right, see you next time.